Alright, I'm back. So that was weird. My OBS just crashed out of nowhere. But it looks like we have 30 minutes left, so I guess let's push on. Oh, so this is an exotic mission.
As a thief. Their death is the price of encroachment. Ager's scepter carves pathways toward one's goals. The compass you carry is based off the same principles as this weapon. In Uldren's hands.
Oh wait, is that the
edge of my kingdom?
The cryo tracer gun?
It would grant an omnipresence within the reef.
The one you can buy off the vendor?
Deliver it safely to me. While it may never be Uldren's, it may yet serve to guide what he has become.
Oh, cutscene. Oh, storytelling, never mind.
So you wish to hear the rest of my brother's story? Fine. I will oblige you. When the storm came, Riga and Ager rode the winds to meet it. A fleet of talons at their back. A great battle ensued. The storm took, as was its nature. Many fell, Ager among them. Riga could only watch as he tumbled down, 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 until her heart beat alone. She dove into the storm, giving herself to destroy it. Riga's spirit ascended higher into the sky, where she hoped to reunite with her brother. Instead, she met the thing that sent the storm. A bottomless well of grief, unreachable by reasoning or bargaining.
The witness?
Or violence. A voice in the darkness. And so, Riga gathered her feathers into an aegis of wings to shield the world below. But over the years, feathers broke away. Futility wore thin her resolve. Then, one day, her heart began to beat as it once had. Doubled, distant, but different. A beautiful echo. Hope called her home. And though she prayed to find Ager there, he never returned.
Oh, I was waiting for something like he turned evil, bad guy, but no, he's just dead.
Somewhere out there.
So it's like a comparison between their story, but unlike that, Crow became a guardian.
Holes, I saw an ember of my Uldren burning in his breast. Curiosity and a sibling fondness told me I could stoke that ember. I hope it is not a lie. I hope he is more than the last ebb of hot ash from a long dead flame. Many of his faults were not of his own making. Uldren's decisions were his, of course, but driven by whips in the hands of others. Myself included. I will have to offer him more than an old story of an empty promise if I wish to see that ember burn again. This is the path I led Uldren down. If certain actors had kept to their roles, I would have wielded Uldren Salve, Light-Bearer. But even Mara Salve cannot control everyone. I celebrate his resurrection in the light. But I detest seeing my brother rewritten, his greater self sloughed away and swept into the cellar. There is still good to draw from who he was. Don't squander it. He needs a star to guide him. Uldren or Crow, they are the same in that regard. Ager's scepter is yours, then. Both its burden and the freedom.
I wonder have they talked. I feel like they just had
Be careful with it, Guardian.
They spoke some words to one
He is
another, then they just
full
left.
to
Except
devotion.
Aldrin's like that stalker beyond the distance, like being confused, looking
This
at her.
mausoleum is a memorial to a Techion, Mallory, the first wayfinder to traverse this ley line. Mallory was
I think it's called Code Trace,
like a
right?
star
That was called?
burning in the blackness of space, a beacon for others, aspirational. But it was her insatiable curiosity that took her life when she ventured into the Black Garden against my wishes, and never returned. Taken infestations.
Wait, what?
But in the blackness of space, a beacon for others, aspirational, burn. Mallory was brilliant, like a star burning in the blackness of space.
Lori?
A beacon for others, aspirational. But it was her insatiable curiosity that took her life when she ventured into the Black Garden against my wishes, and never returned.
I wonder if she referring to that lover.
Taken infestations, spreading like a cancer through the
I think she did
ley
mention that was the
lines.
worst.
These need to be cleared.
Just now, that was the first wayfinder.
The source of this corruption is at hand. Find it and destroy it. These wells once served as springs of ascendant energy, used by our Techians to sculpt structures such as this. Now they are barren parodies of their once noble purpose. One day, perhaps, they will shine again.
How long have your hidden been privy to Uldren's resurrection?
Long enough to watch over him in your absence.
And you didn't direct him home. Why?
There was a concern he'd pick up some old habits.
You know the god is sick. Riven twisted his mind. Eris would have seen it. She is not so easily deceived by skin-deep tricks.
It's true I made mistakes. Out of an idea of justice. Out of grief. Are you leveling this same scrutiny toward Petra? Wasn't she supposed to be watching his grave?
Petra has paid her dues. The Vanguard murdered him and is yet to pay theirs.
We both lost family. I'm sorry for my part in yours, but Crow has been treated.
My brother is dead. He was exhumed, his body twisted into caricature. You had your vengeance.
Is that what you're after? Cade, I still feel that grief like a stone caught in my chest. Some days it's more pronounced than others. Vengeance didn't erode that grief.
Then tell me, who am I to blame? Who sent him into Savathun's clutches? Who bludgeoned Uldren into a scared animal and drove him from his home?
You did, Mara. And those guardians who hurt him did so out of misguided anger. Don't make their same mistake. Don't make my mistake.
We are surrounded. A ring of spears pointing inward from the edges of our...
Hold on. Let me go back real quick.
Parodies of their once.
Long enough to watch over him in your absence.
And you didn't direct him home. Why?
There was a concern he'd pick up some old habits.
You know the god is sick. Riven twisted his mind. Eris would...
Okay. I was just like, wait, did he go and talk to Savathun off screen, and then we're just getting like the backlash of it? But no, they're just lashing out at one another.
The Black Fleet could have destroyed us, and yet they have waited. Why? Savathun knows more than she lets on. It is the only reason she still lives, and she is keenly aware of that fact. It is why Xivu Arath pursues her so relentlessly. For Xivu Arath answers to the same entity as the Black Fleet. We must uncover whatever secrets she knows with the time that we have. I must reiterate, she will try to betray us. It is all that a wretched, self-serving creature like Savathun knows how to do. She needs me to free herself of her worm, but after that, the blind well requires alignment. As you rescue my remaining Techians, continue your audiences with her. How did Mies Rex put it? We must all learn to live alongside our monsters. Though I suppose he never said for how long.
Petra, it's Ikora Ray. I thought now would be a good time to check in.
Things are progressing as well as can be expected, given the circumstances. While we've recovered some of the lost Techians, We still don't have everyone we need to separate Savathun from her worm.
Understood. Don't rush this on my account. Savathun may be waiting for the freedom she thinks is coming. But frankly, I don't care what she wants. This needs to be done with as minimal risk to your people as possible.
I know you hope that this will lead you to Osiris. But you want my opinion? Osiris is already dead. Savathun is a creature of lies. She has no honor.
Your opinion is noted. And on the subject of opinions, how's Crow?
You want my take? On him? In a word, vulnerable. But Queen Mara refuses to send him away.
Oh. You could. Trust is a delicate thing, Petra. I don't want to lose his. This is important to him. I trust Crow to make the right choices, and for you to protect him from himself if he doesn't.
It's over. The beacons have aligned and the rift is open. Bring our Techian home. Another victory. It's refreshing to see what we can accomplish when Guardians and Awoken cooperate.
I don't know. The Awoken out here seem to be good at doing two things. Losing and hiding. The Guardian and I could have done this ourselves.
You're welcome to go off on your own whenever you like, Crow.
I'd hate to play into the stereotype. I think I'll stick around.
When this is over, I wonder if Mara will uphold her end of the bargain and let me live. Killing me is probably at the top of your to-do list as well.
Spoilers, we know what happened.
Isn't it? You've done a lot of killing over the years. Let me ask you something. Of all the enemies you've fought, how many saw your ghost and realized, that's why Guardians are so strong? Not most, but some. They might have even taken a shot at it. R.I.P. Cade. Now, how many saw beyond your ghost? How many followed the line of your light straight back to the Traveler? And how many knew enough to aim a weapon there? A few. The smart ones, the dangerous ones. You'd recognize their names. Listen to me now. Look beyond me to my worm. Look beyond my worm to something far, far worse. Then look down at that little gun in your hand and tell me, what do you think you're going to do with that thing?
My coven of Techians is almost assembled. Well done. Soon all there will be left to do is wait for the ley lines to fall into position. Then we may exorcise Savathun's worm and reclaim Osiris. She divulges more to you than I, Guardian, though it can be difficult to separate poisonous words from the honeyed ones. I worry that the Crow is especially susceptible. I feel the desire for approval in him, as I felt it in Uldren, and he idolized Osiris, almost as much as he idolizes you. Do not forget what has been asked of you. Until the ritual is ready, continue charting ley line passages. We are so close to bringing the last of my lost Techians home.
Man, it's so weird that these Techians never
It's
talk.
refreshing to see what we can
They're
accomplish
just like, hey,
when Guardians and Awoken
I'm safe. I'm gonna go back.
I don't know. The Awoken
Or the
out
wet
here
nurse, as I
seem to
call
be
them.
good at doing two things. Losing and hiding.
Oh, this is the same dialogue.
My friend. You were kind to me. I thought you were my friend.
Am I not?
You lied to me!
I helped you break Xivu Aras's hold on the shore, brought you to the last city, offered you guidance.
Stop.
If that's what you want.
I want the truth.
I was kind to you because I wanted to be. Because the truth hurts.
No,
You
she
know
wanted
this better
something.
than anyone. shrinking away from the rumors of the man you used to be.
I'm not him.
I mean,
how can you say that when you don't even know who he is? If the truth is what you really want, then lay your hand on me.
Crow, don't.
that is a bad idea.
See? Even your ghost thinks you're better off in the dark.
Everything I did for her. Crow, don't. Don't come any closer. What did you show him?
Everything.
No, wait! You hurt him.
Someone had to. Better for it to have come from a friend.
Whoa. Well, at least that's better than him being manipulated again. But he had to find out eventually.
Don't give me that look. I told you that you can't stop the inevitable.
Yeah, you can't baby birth him forever.
Wanted to know. He was going
You
to
have to find out sooner or
one
later.
way or another, guardian taboos or no. You should thank me.
It's weird, I agree with Savathun.
Just imagine if it had come from someone with bad intentions. Someone who could have colored the truth about how he died to turn him against you. Against the Traveler.
Oh, she's doing it for the Traveler. Oh my god.
I see too much of myself in him. We were both looking for our purpose. Now that the Crow has found his as a guardian, he can see it for what it truly is. A second chance. Something to reflect on. If people didn't want him to know, was it to protect Crow from himself? Or was it to protect themselves from Crow? I do so enjoy our talks.
Aldrin Sov, awoken prince, brother to the queen, murderer. Now I know the man I was. And you. I'm sorry. You did what you had to do. I don't think I would have told me either. Savathun's visions were like a waking dream. I could feel the heat of the flames, taste the blood in my mouth. I saw everything he did through his eyes. You're afraid of who I used to be, that he'll come back somehow. I am too. So I've asked Ikora to put me on another assignment. One where I can be somewhere I know my choices are my own. Tell Mara. Tell her whatever you want. I'll see you again when I'm ready.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. You have free choice. He's doing this to distance himself.
I need to get out of here.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. I want out now. Either you reassign me or I'm done.
Done.
With you, with the Vanguard, with everything.
Crow, you have my full support. If you want to be reassigned, I can do that. But maybe you need to take some time first.
If I stop moving right now, I'm afraid I'm going to fall apart at the seams. I need to keep moving, but I can't do that here. I need to be as far away from her as possible.
Would you mind working with someone you know?
Who?
I need an operative to act as an intermediary with Empress Kaido. It's an important responsibility. Maybe we could discuss it in person.
I'll be at the tower soon.
When I first saw Crow, I looked into his mind.
Man, of course, so understanding, huh? Except for the other time.
Dredged them from a place beyond my grasp.
Well, to be fair,
when she revealed his past life to me.
Lakshmi was kind of up in the air.
To let her live once the separation ritual is complete, and is testing our patience. Perhaps she means only to hurt me. The risk of her cunning is too great, no matter her intentions. Until the conditions are right for us to exorcise her worm, I am restricting all access to Savathun. I will, however, afford you one last meeting to conclude your investigations before I seal her away. Steel your mind when you face her, Guardian. The Witch Queen is no less dangerous now than she has ever been. We have one last Techian to locate. Go forth.
Ikora, I need to get out of here.
What happened?
I don't
Again?
want to talk about it. The Vanguard
Do that.
Your compass's work is
was
almost
weird.
done. We need to defend the blind well for just a while longer. And then Savathun will kneel before the one true queen of the reef.
The Scorn's continued presence here can't be all about the ether. There must be a larger strategy at play.
Strategy is not the Scorn's greatest asset.
Their uncommon focus belies a greater will than we've seen before.
The coming attack could destabilize the blind well's energy regulation system. If we lose the regulators, there's no telling how the blind well will react, or how Xivu Arath will take advantage.
Energy readings have
Oh.
stabilized. The Guardian's
Oh, okay,
compass
I
has
get it. It's like
guided
the
us
season of the
faithfully
wish.
yet again.
At the start, they give you some like tidbits, some
Xivu
briefing.
Arath
It
claws
changes
at the
over
fabric
time.
Of this reality, forcing her way through. Protect the compass.
It's just the extra like lore.
I can barely feel them. My Techians, lost between realms. But beyond that, in the background, there is something else. It is not Xivu Arath. It is not simple hive madness. It is as though the space between the stars has been waiting, watching, and it hates us.
A whole reality, sculpted by strength of will. And all we've seen are the thinnest edges of the Ascendant Plane.
It's done. The beacons are in alignment, and Xivu Arath's forces are in retreat. Let's bring our lost sister home. The Guardian is reporting in that we've made more progress in the Ascendant Plane. Have there been any notable changes in the Dreaming City, my queen?
None. The Witch Queen stirs from time to time, but has remained silent. She can sense my ire. She is reveling in it. But I will let her have this small victory.
Preparations for Savathun's exorcism are underway, but the ritual can't begin without a cosmic alignment. It will take time. I want to express my gratitude for saving our new coven of Techians. They are young, with many years left to train. You've preserved their potential. Thank you. I tried to do the same for Crow, even if it pains my queen to see him leave. It's hard to imagine there's a safer place for him than at her side, but this is for the best. You saw what Savathun did to him. She could do more. Prince Uldren and I were friends once, you know. In our own strange way. I still think about him all the time. The sound of that gunshot. He's free now. To find his way between the stars. If only we could all be so lucky.
I've been keeping tabs on you. Your victories against my sister. The mess you've made of the Ascendant Plane while you rescued your third-string witches. Delightful to see so many working towards a common goal, isn't it? I'm glad I can again be the catalyst that brings humanity and the reef together. It's a pity Mara Sov doesn't see it that way. Her face is a perfect porcelain mask. But look behind her eyes, and you can see the incandescent rage burning within. She's very upset with me. This will be our last talk until the day of the ritual, O Guardian mine. Now that Marasov's coven is assembled, The only thing left to do is to keep Xivu Arath from ruining things while the ley lines fall into position. This may take some time, but I have waited millennia to be free. I can hold out for just a little bit longer. Farewell. For now.
Yeah, too bad you're like the big bad villain for the next DLC. Marisov tells you that the time is nigh for the exorcism of Savathun's worm. Her Techions, the wayward ones you rescue from the ley lines, are ready to perform the ritual. It'll strip her of her power, leaving her significantly weakened. She says with a pointed ambition tinge to her voice. You get a sense that Marisol does not intend to let such an opportunity go to waste. Last, she tells you that Xivu Arath will not simply let her sister be separated from her worm. The Queen of the Reap calls on your light to defend the ritual and see this through to the end. She says Saint 14's array en route. Await Osiris' return.
Petra? Miss Venge? Can you hear me?
What do you need?
Well, do you know, what Savathun showed Crow? You won't tell me.
The truth, I imagine. Or perhaps some shade of it. My queen is furious.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. For a lot of things, but mostly for Crow. Being Crow.
It's not your fault.
I could have told him.
So could I.
It's not the same.
No.
Aww.
I suppose it isn't.
Glint and Petra gets along. It's so weird, huh?
What happened to him?
To Aldrin? Be patient, little light. He'll come around.
How do you know?
Because Aldrin was always a fool for love. And your Crow loves you.
It's so weird how they get along so well, but Petra and Crow does not.
The ley lines are set in place. My Techions are prepared to perform the ritual that will separate Savathun from her worm. Although she claims she will help us in our fight against the Black Fleet and the entity that commands it, she cannot be trusted. You have coaxed enough information from her for my purposes. I will do what must be done. But know that Xivu Arath won't let her sister, or her sister's worm, go without a fight. I call on you once more, Guardian. Your knack for violence is needed. Make your final preparations and head to the Dreaming City. We will see you when you arrive.
Guardian, thanks to your efforts, my coven is reassembled. Once the blind well is prepared, the ritual to exorcise Savathun's worm will begin.
The Hive are disrupting the alignment of the blind well. Realign the beacons to activate the ley line network.
The ley lines thrum with energy. All is in readiness. Assemble in my spire for the ritual.
Oh, wow.
Look to the sky, Guardian. Hear the worm gods roar. After millennia of insatiable destruction, they are powerless against my retribution.
This is Xivu Arath's last chance to capture Savathun. She's dispatching all local forces to the Spire. Use the teleporters to join us as soon as you can.
Man, she should have just dumped all of them from the beginning.
Corsairs to me! Fall back to the entrance! Hold this line to the last soldier! For the reef! Guardian, with the ley lines activated, Xivu Arath's forces are pouring in from the Ascended Plane. We're being overrun. Break through the hive lines!
I like how they're like being overrun, but it's only one ship. It looks kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. Imagine hordes of hive there, that would have been so cool. Like roaches, a bunch of them.
Reinforcements have arrived. Rally, reef board. Get to the hive.
Okay. I don't know why he shot that spot, even though after is dead.
Guardian, commune with us. The ritual is about to begin.
Hello, my love. Osiris admired your patience, but you look antsy to me. Having doubts?
Doubt is a useful tool, but double-edged. Do not let it lead you astray.
Ugh.
Leave him be, and keep to your promises.
Everyone's
For
still
I
trying to
can
stop
guide
saying
you into
14.
Sivu Arath's waiting jaws.
And then she would swallow you as well. Why must we threaten each other?
I am merely clarifying my intent. It is time. Yalaya, Sajari, Austin, and Savathun. We are sisters of circumstance, bonded by fate. Open those bonds to each other. Become one. Expel the parasite from our collective. This moment is simply the strike of a match. The fires we light here will burn long after. Be ready.
Large concentrations of Xivu Arath's forces are closing in on our position. Protect the queens.
What are they gonna do? Bust through the gate?
None shall enter.
Okay. We got a bubble. This would have been
forces are converging on your position.
handy in that Mithrax encounter earlier.
And the Techians until the ritual is complete.
Oh.
Take shelter. You prove not what you need. Watch their fury bullets bounce off. Take all the time you need.
Oh man, there's like so many bosses here.
Is desperate. She's sending her new champion as a last resort.
Is that the same bitch Kolgareth that's they've been killing constantly? I guess he just keeps coming back to his throne world, so it doesn't matter. Weird that his body's still there.
I feel my sister bearing down on you.
Your family is tenacious, if nothing else.
No more than yours.
My brother spent years suffering punishment for the path you made him walk. Finally, justice finds its mark. Let this be the end of it.
He's gonna do that ball magic thingy. Was Osiris in there all along?
Plans are fickle things. Two can view the same events and predict entirely different outcomes. I was outmaneuvered, and Savathun slipped through my fingers. I was sure that this path, these actions were absolute. But change is a prolonged effort. It requires application of steady pressure. There will always be backslides. Do not lose the summit in the climb. After Saint 14 returned Osiris to your tower, my Techians verified his identity. Savathun upheld her end of the bargain, and she did not escape unscathed. Her worm is mine. It will grant many insights, I am sure.
Yeah, but you guys could never predict what was gonna happen, huh?
Go home, Guardian. Prepare for what is inevitably to come.
Weird how the worm becomes like the grenade launcher.
Thank you, friend. Savathun tried to bury him, to use him like currency for bargaining. She wore his face and spoke with his voice, but they were not his words. I did not believe the Witch Queen would hold to her promise. I thought I would never see him again. He is lost in sleep. Without the light, it is difficult to know if he will recover.
Both physically and mentally.
Yeah, I need time, Guardian. I will see to Osiris's care. When he awakens, I want my face to be the first he sees. Perhaps I will joke that now we are even. Savathun has many enemies, but she has never faced Saint 14. We will find her, and this time, it is her who will be buried.
What happened? Savathun happened. The Techians believe she enacted a contingency spell the moment the crystal shattered. She transposed herself with another subject marked with a matching hive rune. Osiris.
Is he alive?
He is. Very weak, but alive. The Techians have confirmed his identity. It's Osiris. No tricks.
Do you have any idea where Savathun is now?
We do not. She could be anywhere. If it's any consolation, we do have one thing.
We all know where she is right now.
We have Osiris. In a way, Savathun kept her word. To the letter.
I'll be sure to send her my thanks.
She's probably crawling within the city right now, or in the outer edge of the city, talking to the traveler to get the ability. Because I believe that's like right after what happens. So then she gets the ability, and then the Witch Queen happens, which we'll see next episode. Probably won't react to the later half of it, since that's still content we can do when I get around to doing it, just like the later half of Shadowkeep. So that's cool. We got, this is more like, we got more lore and backstory for Crow, Mara, and how their feelings is with like their relationship with everyone else. Glint and Crow, Glint and Petra, how Mara feels towards Crow, Crow towards Mara. At core is like the interweb, the web of their relationship. While going through the mystery of what happened to Osiris. When did we lose him? Well, we lost him when right after he lost his ghost. Literally, he was lost within the deep whatever the place was where he escaped to, and then Savathun found him, took his place, and then she set all this emotion by helping us, or more specific, the traveler. But yeah, that's essentially the setup for the Witch Queen to how she gets her abilities. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Love you guys, stay safe, and I'll see you next time when we watch the Witch Queen, which only leaves this would be short, probably like 30 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it'll only be 3. Damn, this is 2 hours long. God damn it. See ya.